the middle of nowhere. Nah, when we headed to Tombstone, we got how long? About 30 minutes. Where they actually filmed the movie is an actual place.
That Border Patrol sitting over there on the left.
1.8 miles, keep right onto State Route 80.
Benson. The police.
K9, damn. So this is a drug area. They hot out this bitch, and we ain't nowhere by no border that I know of. It's crazy work. That's a motel? Oh, hell no. They said Wi-Fi, and it looked like we had there on Tombstone.
Yeah,
Pop
let me drive. You
loads.
hold it. See, like the scenery.
And 1 mile, keep right onto State Route 80.
Wow.
You want some of that?
You want another shot? Might as well.
Nah, I not drink this.
Okay. Them little horses and stuff like that be all through Arizona. I be noticing it. Right. Oh shit. Like we're totally gonna vote for you guys. We don't know nothing about the Wild West.
Old Benson ice cream stop. She probably been established in 1953.
53.
No wasn't no niggas eating ice cream in there at 53.
And they
Whites
had,
only.
they had to eat the brown ice cream, the chocolate.
You don't sell chocolate. Whites only.
You got 25 views. Wow. So we're headed to Tombstone, guys. It's me and my cousin. Yes, sir, Ski. Somebody said your gas is only $3.69. Close. Circle K.
Use the right lane to keep right onto State Route 80. For about 24 miles.
God, damn, they got police everywhere in Benson.
Yeah, we headed to Tombstone, guys. We about 30 minutes away. Tombstone, like if you heard of the Western movie. Tombstone in the town. There's a lot of movies that were set there. Hello.
Not the piece of Tombstone. City of Tombstone.
But you know
Tombstone,
what? The
Arizona.
actual Tombstone, it comes from this. That
that piece
name.
of-
All the everything comes from this.
I'll be your husband.
Somebody said it sounds like Ohio. It's a part of Ohio you stay in, very rural, very country.
And Ohio don't look nothing like this. I've been to Ohio. This shit different out here.
Somebody said nice. That sounds like Ohio. High, almost. Mystic Ace, where are you that your gas is $5? You must be in Cali, because we in Arizona, Tucson. Ours is $3.99.
Shit, $4 someplace, depending on where you go.
Yeah.
It just went down.
I was telling them Circle K. I don't know if they've heard of that. Hi.
What is that, a jail? What is that right there? Arizona.
Touchstone Energy. be.
I ain't never seen that
Wow.
gas station. What is that?
Sinclair.
Sinclair.
16. Wow, look at them motels. Wow. And they still up and running, you guys. Somebody said, do you play Roblox? Dre do though. Look at the mountains, the scenery over there. It's beautiful. Only you guys can see. Let's see. A sign should say Tombstone.
I ain't seen this many trees since I've been in Arizona.
I ain't lying. Tombstone, 22 miles. Wow. So back in the day when everybody was heading across to the Midwest, you'll hear about Tombstone. They were either going all the way out to California for the gold rush during that time frame. I think it was a
gold rush was here.
Here too?
Yeah. Tucson, they still be having the, they have the, matter of fact, they just had it a few months back. The gemstone, it's like a, I don't know what you call it, like a convention. I think it's called a gemstone convention or something like that. You still got people gonna be out here mining and, you know, I don't know if it was gold or silver, it was some mineral out here they were mining.
We got 23 minutes.
I hit that like button, man.
Oh shit.
Like, comment, subscribe.
My bad.
They got Trump bangs.
Starting route to Tombstone. For about 21 miles, continue straight.
They got way more trees out here.
Somebody said, what are we going to? We're going to Tombstone. Have you ever heard of that? Like in the Wild Wild Western type days? Tombstone, it's a movie. And they did a lot of movie filming here in Arizona because it looks like the Western towns.
Wild Wild West. Okay, Corral.
Yup.
Apache, jump on it, jump on it.
Wow, the Wyatt Earp house. Remember Wyatt Earp, the cowboy? They got a house for him. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna need us to get there.
Yeah, his I forgot the name.
Crossing ahead.
I forgot the name of his bar, but it's still there.
Oh wow.
The one from the movie.
Wow.
Not the bar, what do they call it? Saloon, the saloon.
Yeah.
Southern Baptist Church. This shit is totally different out here, though. From Tucson. Look at these trees. You ain't seen a tree that big in the whole city of Tucson.
Nope. St. David. Apache Trail. Look over there. Oh, that might be a res. Probably is a reservation because of trailers.
Truck blocking my view. Trying to figure out where the hell we at. I don't think we in Benson. I think we in another city now. That's a small ass post office.
Where? Wow. What's that? Said Catalina.
Yeah, we from the East Coast, y'all. All this shit new to us. This all this new. We tourists. Dollar General. It's always a Dollar General. That's how you know you're in the country when you see the random Dollar General.
Wow. I smell like the wheat and barley. It's crazy.
Almost there. 16 miles.
I can't wait.
They got cattle.
Boy, Angie's gonna be something good.
You might find something out here hidden.
Yeah, true. Not for that price though.
Yeah, no, definitely not for that price. Go ahead, man.
Nothing right now. It's down. You ought to go back up there when you get out there. way.
Our experience, I do that October through June. Because of the monsoon, I don't do it during monsoon.
Okay.
You'd be upset if it turned into a 300-foot water slide. So, that's it. So, but yeah, it's incredible. Let me show you what it looks like down there.
Tucson Consolidated Mines Company.
Wow.
See
Jeff,
that?
look at that.
Charlie Depart.
Yeah, it's beautiful down there.
Wow. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
It is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, we wanted to do something to actually sort of take you through a time machine. So as we're going down, we're going through time. And when you get down there, you're in the 1800s. And you won't see anything, hardly anything. You might see one or two little things, but anything that's not 1800s down there. I try to keep everything as authentic as possible. Like your coffee's not going to be real hot because it's heated up the same way it was in the 1800s. They drove nails down into wood, put the coffee pot on top with a candle under it. That's the way it is down there. We keep everything as authentic as possible. So you can see what it's really like. So, and I limit it to 20 people. The room's big enough. I've had 170 down there. But I got thinking about it, I don't want it to look like a restaurant. I want you to feel like you're really back in the 1800s. So we limit it to 20 people.
Okay.
So it's really neat. You can go online, goodenoughsilvermine.com, and look up the Tough Nut Dinner Theater, and I have a small video on there.
Okay.
It's pretty cheesy, but that's as good as it's going to get from me.
Okay.
You bet.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, you guys have a good day.
All right, you too.
You want to go back there?
What?
Yeah, you just go back there and look around.
Okay.
Go down there and look around.
What are y'all open during the week too?
Every day.
Every day, okay.
Except for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I've even come in and done tours on those days.
Okay.
Matter of fact, the first weekend in April, you want to be here.
Okay.
Because I put on Shefflin days for the town. I'm the first sanctioned burro race in the state of Arizona.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, last April, I had 106 donkeys here. We do a 3, 6, and 13-mile race out here in the hills. And up on the street up there, I have miniature donkeys for anybody to race. I have rock drilling competitions, the way they did back in the 1800s with the 4-pound sledge and drill stick.
Wow.
Mucking competitions. I got a pooper scooper competition. When I fire the gun for the donkeys to go, they go.
Right.
Whoever gets the most poop by weight gets a $100 prize. I
Wow.
have a wooden pole back here. I put $250 on it. I'm going to do that this next weekend for the 4th of July. If you can climb it, it's yours. That's it.
Well, y'all see
You
it.
heard of the old breeze poles back in the day?
Yeah.
That's what that is. We'll have fun.
That's what's up. Yeah, y'all see it, man. We're in Tucson. Got the Charlies coming through. Tombstone. Tombstone. Yeah, get some content.
Anybody doing the trolley?
I did.
You got?
Took me some pictures.
I also have a trolley tour. Any other tour of town? I'm the only one that covers all the mining district up there. We cover both cemeteries and Shefflin's monument. But our trolley's really unique. One of the things I realized in the 20 years I've been here is that a lot of people miss the real history that's in the buildings. So what we did is we took photos of the stuff in the buildings, and as you go by the buildings by GPS, our TV will change, and you'll see photos of the inside of the buildings. Like St. Paul's Episcopal Church, the lighting in there came out of a whaling ship. The stained glass windows were hand done in Belgium. They were sunk down in barrels of molasses and shipped around the whole of the country. When you get up here on the hill, district,
Well.
from the vantage point, you get a photo of 1881. So you can see all the war wagons running.
Yeah.
What you call it? Or we can just walk as soon as you want to. It don't matter.
Yeah, we could walk. We
One
could
more
do that
Charlie
one.
tour today.
Okay.
No, I'll tell you, it's really changed everything when I did that. I was trying to figure out how to do it. Now, one of my employees, what we need to do is we need to create a team and reprogram it to talk to the tablet to work with GPS.
Yeah.
I think I can do that. And he did it.
Okay.
6 months to do it. He finally did it. So when you drive the trolley by, it automatically changes and all that stuff comes up.
Wow.
It's really cool. So
That's tight.
that's really advancing for us, considering we only had Wi-Fi here for about 6 years. I feel like I'm on the edge of the world. Still, about an eighth of the town doesn't have cell phone service or.
Wow.
What?
So, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I think we'll just walk a little bit. When is that headed on?
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So 15 minutes.
15
Okay.
minutes.
Matter of fact, he's going to start up here in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got to come back.
Yeah, I want to come back and we can.
You know what? If you guys want to do it, you can come.
Okay. He said, go ahead, jump on.
My air conditioner broke down on there, but nobody has air conditioning here anyway. It's the 1800s. But I do have ice water on there for you too. Just
Okay.
sit back, take it easy, and enjoy.
Thank you. Good.
My air conditioner will be fixed tomorrow. My belt broke on the compressor.
Families to start a new life, making money
He said we can get on.
from the show. Didn't come here to get involved in gunfight with the cowboys. In fact, hey, what?
How you doing?
You're on the boat. Hi. In fact, the gunfight at the OK Corral never happened. There was no gunfight at the OK Corral.
What?
Made up by Hollywood.
Wow.
Oh, there was a gunfight between the Ups and the Cowboys. It certainly didn't happen at the OK Corral. I'll explain a little bit more about that on the way around. But to do the job, I got to take you back all the way to 1882 in Tombstone. Now, why that year? Well, very simple, really. Tombstone was at its height. Back then, we had over 6,500 people staying here. Today, I got about 1,100. But it was a very high-end mining camp, basically. I can't emphasize that enough. This was a very family-orientated town. As we go on the tour and we get further on, it'll become more and more obvious what this town was really like. Have you done the mining tour, guys? Yes? No?
No, not
No.
yet.
Okay, all right. I'll explain something later on then, because otherwise you won't know what the heck I'm talking about.
I seen it right over you.
But I do have this little,
You better go ahead now
Yeah.
before we leave.
Can I run to the restaurant really quick?
on you go. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, on you go. But I do have this television screen here. Makes things a little bit easier because I can put up some photographs on here and explain a little bit about what some of the things were going on in Tombstone. Some of the photographs I've got here actually show you the inside of the building, something you wouldn't do if you were just wandering about Tombstone. The young lady up here is actually Nellie Cashman. Now, Nellie Cashman is she was an older Irish lady, came all the way from County Cork, and followed all the mining towns all across America, stopping in Tombstone. She was here for about 2 years, and she did a lot for Tombstone and a lot for herself. She's one of the, I suppose, an unsung hero of Tombstone, I guess you'd call it. She does come up a lot on the tour, so I like to figure out who she is, let you explain a little bit about her. She actually had the Russ House right across the road there. Now, the Russ House, she had a little bed and breakfast there. She also had a small restaurant, I guess you'd call it. She was an exceptionally good cook, and she was a fully trained nurse. She does come up a lot on the tour, so I like to mention who she is before we turn up, before we head off. However, Allen Street is our main street. We've got 3 streets in Tombstone basically. We've got this one running here, which is Tough Nut, Allen, and on the far end there, we've got Fremont. Fremont Street is where the gunfight really took place. We know it better as the murder on Fremont Street, because that's what it was murder. The Ups had no reason to go down and do what they did. They were tried for it later on, got off on the technicality. Technicality was, they knew the judge. Yep, even back then, it still worked if you knew the judge. If you do need water, guys, I got a bucket of water there. Help yourselves. This is just what's in your water. I just like the container. Okay. Wait for the young lady to come back, and we will head off into Allen Street and show you what things were really like. Now see, you've got to remember this, try and visualize this place as being
I'm good, appreciate it.
a high-end, family-orientated mining camp. That's what it was all about.
Did you want a bottle of water? They got water up there if you want.
Yep. Now let's see what's going on here. Actually, I got a couple of minutes before I can head off. I don't know if these people are coming on.
No, I was
or
good,
not,
but thank you. You just all good.
But this is a picture of Allen Street right here, folks. Now it's kind of an unusual looking picture because it looks like a 3-lane highway here. Well, it's not. It's the same width as it's always been. It looks a bit wider because of the type of photography they had back then, the type of cameras. It also looks a little bit wider because all the fronts of the shops and stores here, there are no wooden boardwalks. We never had wooden boardwalks back then. Lumber was expensive around here. We don't have a lot of forest. So we'd have used an early form of concrete on either side. Now, you can see there's a gentleman in blue. He obviously stood there for the duration. Inside of them, there's actually what looks like a ghost there. What actually happened was these types of cameras, you'd have to stand there for the best part of 45 seconds. When he took the lens cover off, you had to stand there and not move. Obviously the gentleman there got a bit fed up and thought, I'm walking away. So we've got a partial image of what's going on. Now I'm just waiting here for a little bit longer and see what the boss is up to. I don't know if he's not giving me the right hand signals, let's put it that way. Any questions so far, folks? No?
No.
Not that bad, huh? Okay. Alright, okay. Alrighty. I'm just waiting on the start signal. You probably come to Tombstone at probably one of the hottest times of the year. It's actually, it sounds stupid and not being funny, it's actually quite cool today compared to what it was. And yeah. Bit of another, I don't know, what, 4th of July Saturday, so you're talking maybe a week or so after that. We're going to have the best monsoon season going. This place will flood. Oh yeah. This place will flood.
Yeah.
Does the mine flood?
Yeah, well they don't flood completely in a sense of totally flooded, but we do get water down there. There's a lot of myths and legends about, this is why mining stopped here, is all the mines flooded. Well, no they didn't. They had 1 or 2 mines flooded. Well, I'll explain further on actually what happened, because up until the 1900s, a mine would only go down to just over 500 feet. By 500 feet, you'd probably find we're sitting right on top of the water table. Now back then, we really didn't have the ability to pump out the water. By the 1900s, well, that had all changed. Made it quite an interesting place. Now, Robert, what's going on?
press both of them in, sir. There you go.
Boy. There we go.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's see what's going on. Okay, what we got?
That's so dope.
That's what I was waiting on, but I want to see if there's any more folk coming aboard. This
That ear feel good. You should have moved back one, G. That ear feel good. Shit. It's actually not that hot once you get up here.
Once we get moving, that breeze, it'll cool off. But it's the heat of the day, so it really ain't that
It's
hot.
actually a decent day. I like how he bring that bill.
But like when we come back, we're gonna have to come out in the morning.
Yeah.
like this, he coming down.
Right now, listening. See, because that air feel good.
I text him the
Okay.
I sent him the live.
Alrighty, folks, here we go. 1882 Tombstone. Allen Street here, we had about 120 merchants. We had about 30 bars, 30 gambling
At
dens.
least we ain't gotta walk it.
Yes, Lord.
You could buy anything and everything up here.
Listen.
We had fresh fruit stands, dry goods stores, butcher shops, hat stores, boot stores, men's and ladies' fashion, ladies' high-end fashion both from Paris and London, tobacco stores, cigar stores. Right at the top of the road there, well, we had the Yapple Candy Factory. You could go up there every day of the week, grab yourself some fresh hard candy. If you didn't want hard candy, well, walk down the left-hand side of my trolley here, grab yourself an ice cream from one of our 2 ice cream parlours. Then all you got to do is walk down past the Crystal Palace Saloon. Right behind that, well, we got the Tombstone Epitaph. Now, the Epitaph was one of our 2 original newspapers back then. Today it's a museum, and we still do a newspaper every month. Takes you back to the 1880s. Explains a little bit about what was going on in Tombstone back then, and some of the people that made this town into the town too tough to die. 1880, well, we got ourselves our first school. Now that year we enrolled 75 students. By 1882, well, that number's gone all the way up to 300 students. Now, school education only went to grade 10 back then, but any student reaching grade 10, well, they were automatically enrolled in the university that was in Tucson. Original buildings in town, well, we got about 20 of them. There's 3 of them on the left-hand side of my trolley here.
Wow.
These 3 little cottages there, they date back to the 1880s.
Damn. 1880s.
Damn.
It's been over a century old.
Right-hand side of the trolley here, that's the Sacred Heart of Jesus Roman Catholic Church. Built in 1881, at a cost of about $1,500.
Wow.
Now the only original building's this one here. Most of the $1,500 though was donated by Nellie Cashman. Now right behind the church, this roadway going down on the right hand side,
Oh, Dre in here.
That will take you down to the
Wait.
Tombstone
Yeah, the
swimming
track.
tank.
Yeah, it say
Swimming
Sean.
tank
They got to come
is
down
what you
here.
and I today would know as a
We
swimming pool.
at we in Tombstone, Dre.
It was free to use back then. It's still down there to this day, and it's still free to use. The picture on the screen there shows you the swimming tank
Tell them we on the
back
trolley.
in the
Yeah, we on the
1920s,
trolley.
known by the
tour,
type of
trolley tour.
costumes they're wearing.
Man, look at that little house.
But if you're not into swimming,
Look like we stepped
where this
into
grey
that
building is on the right-hand side of my trolley,
Yes.
He said they just got Wi-Fi like 5
that was the Turmerind Gymnasium. Now you could go there every day, work out with your personal trainer. If you didn't want to do that,
Damn.
well, I can take all the gym equipment to one side, and we could use it for another sporting event that the people of Tombstone love. They love the roller skating competitions. Yeah, we had roller skating back in the 1880s.
Damn.
And when was the last time you saw a picture of Wyatt Earp on roller skates having an ice cream? Huh? Yeah, Hollywood does not get it right all the time. Oh, boy. There you go. Ah, you're all still here. That's a step in the right direction. Okay, that's good. That's good. Little church on the opposite side of the road there, guys. Well, that's St. Paul's Church. Now, St. Paul's Church was built in 1882. All thanks to the young man on the screen right now. Now, that's the Reverend Endicott Peabody. I love that name, I really do. I'm going to change my name to Gordon Endicott Peabody.
Endicott Peabody.
Well, he came all the way from Pennsylvania. He was only 20 years of age when he got here. And he figured to himself, well, in my line of work, I guess I got to get some money together, build myself a church. Well, where's he going to get the money from? Well, there's 120 merchants up there on Allen Street. So he decided to go around all the merchants and tell them the same thing. Save your souls, give to the Lord. Oh, he did pretty well. He managed to raise himself a good amount of money. But not quite enough for what Endicott needed. So he decided to go around all the saloons, the gambling dens, and the bars, and the brothels, and tell them the same thing. Save your souls, give to the Lord. Oh, he did pretty well. He managed to raise himself the $5,000 he required to build his church. Yeah, that's when Endicott came across a real serious problem. You see, his congregation, oh boy, they were not happy with him at all. You see, they didn't think a man of his standing should be going around that type of establishment to raise money, especially to raise money to build a church. Well, Endicott had the perfect answer for them. He told them quite simply, if you want me to keep the Lord's pot a boiling, I will use the devil's kindling. Well, he got away with it. There's a little church that stands to this day. It still has, if I can find the photograph. There we go. Pretty much the same interior. Excuse me.
Wow. I don't know if I can get that.
Those two photographs, one's an original, one's taken about 4 years ago. There's two items in those photographs that are identical. The light fittings and all the woodwork in there. And both those items came off of a whaling vessel. Now correct me if I'm wrong, folks. I've only been in Arizona for 2 years. And I don't think we've ever had whaling in Arizona. If we do, I think we've got a problem, huh? Yeah. No, Endicott had it brought all the way from California. And it also has some beautiful stained glass windows. Now these are the original stained glass windows. They were brought all the way from Belgium.
Wow.
So how do I get them here? Belgium to the Wild West in 1882. Pretty simple, really. I stick them on a clipper ship. load them up into barrels, send them all the way down the South Atlantic, pop round the corner, right up the Pacific, till I get to California. Get to California, dead simple, put it on the railroad. Problem was, the railroad didn't come here till 1903. So my only option after that, well, to stick it on a wagon. Just bounce that wagon all the way across the desert. Well, eventually it got here about 5 months later. But when I popped the lids off those barrels and I had a look inside, what was I looking at? Stained glass windows, beautiful, perfect condition, no damage. Because back in my day, I could package things properly. Now I've talked to my guests over the last couple of years, and they all tell us about this stuff called styrofoam and bubble wrap. What on earth is that? And tell me, can anybody tell me how you cook it? You boil it, you fry it, what do you do? Serve it over rice? I don't know. You see, my packaging was edible. You still probably have a jar in your house to this day. I put it into barrels of molasses.
Wow.
Got it all the way across here. Now, I am looking for 4 volunteers. Who wants to clean those windows off for me? Oh, come on. There's got to be some volunteers here. That's what we did. And we put them right in there. Now, the problem is, back in the 1800s, we did have tinned goods. You could get tinned fruit, tinned peas, peaches, all that sort of stuff. But we sealed the tins with a thing called lead. Oh boy. That lead used to seep into the tin, cause what they called lead poisoning, we call it now. Back then they called it mad miner's disease. It was lead poison. It took about a couple of years to kill you, but boy, it did the job. That molasses, well, we had jarred it up and sold it up at Allen Street. But it had lead stained glass windows in it for 5 months. Probably as bad for you as a miner's meal. The old saying that what you don't know can't hurt you did not work back in the 1880s. Everything around here could hurt you. Folks, any questions so far? Okay, I'll get through this as quick as I can for you guys, okay? I know. But right behind the church here, you'll notice there's a small building here. Now that's a crib for one of the working girls of the town. It was put there a couple of years later as a kind of a memorial and a thank you as to how much money the working girls of Tombstone had raised to help build the church.
Wow.
I guess in Tombstone it's the only place you get a memorial to that type of person.
Right.
There was one other person though who did donate a little bit of money
The hooker is the one that funded it.
to the church.
That's crazy.
A guy by the name of Wyatt Earp. But by the time the church was completed in 1882, well, Wyatt Earp had left Tombstone, never to return. Every western town has one. I got one right round the corner here. Now that's Boot Hill Cemetery. Boot Hill was opened in 1878, closed in 1884. Now by that time, well, we'd managed to fill it up with over 270 graves. Now, not everybody in there is an outlaw, a bad person. This was a family town. This was a mining town. Anybody dying in a mining accident, they'll be in there. The mountains right ahead of me here, that's the Huachuca Mountains. That's where the Apache were. The chiefs Geronimo and about 24 rebel Apache tribes were right out there.
Okay.
We got little Eva Waters. She died at 3 months old of scarlet fever. John Swain Slaughter, a former slave, died at 99 years old. We got the Clantons and McClowries, murdered on the streets of Tombstone, October 26, 1881. My favourite, well, that's going to be Marshal Fred White, shot outside the Birdcage Theatre by Curly Bill Brocious. This is a very real graveyard. It's the most haunted place, not just in Tombstone, but in the Arizona Territory. If you get a chance to visit round it, please do. It's closed at night, but you can stop outside the fence here, take a few photographs or video.
On the way out.
And if you do see something interesting, pass it on to us at the mine. We do a lot of paranormal work.
Oh shit.
And I get special permission to go in there when it's closed with a colleague of mine, and we can well, have a conversation with whoever wants to talk to us.
I'm scared.
This gentleman here, well, that's Dr. George Goodfellow. Now, he was the top trauma surgeon in the whole of America back then. He came here in 1880. He started a small hospital and a surgery. And without his medical ability, well, after the gunfight, all the others probably wouldn't have survived. There was another person, though, who used to love helping the doctor out. Well, that was Nellie Cashman. She spent a lot of time at the hospital and the surgery, which eventually got her the nickname Angel of Tombstone.
Yeah, let's hear it, baby.
What?
The person on the screen now, for those of you who don't know, well, that's the most important person in Tombstone's history. Without this man here, Ed Sheffield, well, I'd be standing in the middle of a desert all by myself. This was a newly thought over area of America in the Gaston country. One from Mexico. It was a hotbed for the Apache War. Well, some scouts were heading from California all the way to a place called Camp Lechuga. Camp Lechuga is 26 miles over my left shoulder here. Those mountains way in the distance. Oh, that's the Lechuga Mountains. On the other side of that, oh, we got Mexico. I decided to tag along with the military scouts. Well, there was safety in numbers. But the problem with Eddie is he was disappearing every so often. Coming back later on, a couple of hours later, hey guys, look, I found this stone.
Cemetery.
The military were getting fed up with this. Well, I decided that's it, I'm going to go off on my own. Well, they tried to persuade him otherwise. This was Apache country. He said, no, I know what I'm doing, I'm going off on my own. Well, before he left, they gave him that piece of advice. The advice he never forgot. He stated to him quite simply, Ed, you go off in Apache country on your own, well, the only stone you're going to find, that will be your tombstone. Well, it was a little while later on, Ed got himself his first claim. Right up ahead of us here. I think it's sense of humour. And remembering what the scouts had told him, well, he decided to call it the Tombstone Claim. It was about 2 years later on, when the little mining town opened behind us, well, we decided to call it Tombstone. Ed continued to prospect all the way up the west coast of America, and eventually coming to Canyonville in Oregon, where at the age of 49-year-old, Ed died of a heart problem. Well, he was buried out there. About 2 weeks later, his brother Albert came across his will. And his will stated exactly this. If it is of no inconvenience, I would like my body brought all the way back down to Tombstone, a place I love. Well, no inconvenience really. We just dug him back up again, shipped him all the way down here, and buried him right out in front of us, on top of the Tombstone Claim. Now, on top of the Tombstone Claim today, we have got Shefflin Monument. Now, I can't get out any further, guys, because there's a great big sign there saying Primitive Road. And unless I got 4 volunteers who want to push me back again, we are not going, okay? But you can see it from here, guys. If you want to come up and have a better look, please do. There is a desert road heading right out in front of us here. There's a break about halfway up on that desert road. If you look to the right-hand side, there's something shining in the sunshine. It looks like a white rock. Right behind that, that is the Shefflin Monument, guys. You see it, sir? You got it out there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay. Now you can drive out there in a normal vehicle, it's not a problem, but this fellow won't take us, unfortunately.
It's too heavy.
But he's also buried out there exactly as he wanted to be. He's got his red plaid mining shirt on, he's got all his prospecting tools, his pick and his shovel. And that's where he is to this day. Any questions so far? Okay, okay. Has anybody in the bus not seen the film Tombstone? You've all seen the film?
1,000,000 times.
You've seen it 3 times?
1,000,000.
Okay, alright. Okay, that's good. So you remember at the start of the movie, towards the start of the movie, when they arrive in Tombstone, the Ups have met up with Doc Holliday again. They're standing out on Allen Street and they're talking to Sheriff Behan. Sheriff Behan was the county sheriff, he wasn't the town sheriff. Okay, Marshal White was the town sheriff. And they're talking about putting this place on the map, making it very cosmopolitan, telling people we've arrived. Well, they talk about getting a horse racing track. Well, we got one, didn't we? Right past that yellow sign, about 150 yards where it is, where it stands today. We got ourselves a horse racing track out there. Now on a Sunday, between March and the end of December, there'll be about 150 to 200 men out there betting on the horses. Now things have not changed, folks. Even in my day, back in the 1880s, I'm at a sporting event, there's 2 things I require. Alcohol, oh yeah, and a sandwich. Well, guess who figured that one out? Nellie Cashman, of course. She built a saloon out there and did herself beer and sandwiches every Sunday, made herself a lot of money. However, she was a very benevolent person. Most of that money would have been donated back to the Catholic Church. A sad part of the tour, there was an actor last year on the 1st of April, passed, a guy by the name of Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer's best known to us for his portrayal of Doc Holliday, in the movie.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Did an amazing job, he really did.
Yeah.
Well, when somebody like that who lives in Tombstone or is associated to Tombstone passes, we have what we call a walk down. Now we get dressed up in our 1880s gear, put the guns on, the whole thing. Walk down from Allen Street all the way down here to the city cemetery. Now the city cemetery across the road there was opened in 1884 when Boot Hill was closed. There's about 1,300 graves in there to this day, and there's still our city cemetery. So let me explain what we did. It was actually the first weekend of August last year, the Sunday. We decided to have a day dedicated to Val Kilmer. Now when they filmed Tombstone out here, and it wasn't filmed in Tombstone, it was filmed in Old Tucson. Val Kilmer and Kurt Russell, well, they became very, very close friends. Now for whatever reason, Kurt Russell bought Val Kilmer a plot of land in the city cemetery here.
Wow.
In return, he bought Kurt Russell an acre of land somewhere overlooking the cemetery. Now I don't know where that is. However, the plot in the cemetery we used to start a memorial to Val Kilmer. This is it right here on the screen. It's going to be coming on the right hand side of the trolley. As you can see, there's a small statue of Val Kilmer in there dressed as Doc Holliday. People have started putting some cartridges and some coinage in there as a mark of respect to a man and an actor who meant a lot to the people of Tombstone. There we go, right there, folks.
He says it's statue.
Feel free to come down later on and have a better look. It's a really nice memorial to an amazing person.
This one right here.
Actually, it's against the law in the town to stop and let folk out. There's only 4 of you on here. If you want to get out, take a quick picture and jump back on again, I have no
You
problem.
want to get a picture? Is
You
it
wanna
this
do that,
one
guys?
right here by the
That's
road?
it right there, buddy. Yep. Just don't take too long because if the there you go.
Be quick.
Yeah. It's one of these silly borders.
Doing this for content. Wow.
Oh, that's one
That's not Wide Earp. That's he played who the Val Kilmer play? Doc Holliday. You want to say I'm your Huckleberry? Come on, we gotta hurry up. We ain't supposed to be out here. Appreciate it.
I'm just saying the mayor lives right across the road. If he sees me, he'll get all. He'll be on the phone. Yeah, what up? What? Yeah, okay. I don't care. It was a medical emergency, okay? But Tombstone has a slight problem in respect of, well, nothing's changed over the years regarding the weather. We average about 15 days rain per year.
Damn.
You see, most of my rain comes up to the top end of Tombstone, there up to 6th Street. Takes one look at Tombstone and thinks, whoa, that's the place that's too tough to die. I ain't going there. All my rain heads down to the Machuca Mountains, about 26 miles that way.
Wow.
They're also about 800 feet in elevation higher than we are. They got rivers and a reservoir down there.
Wow.
So how do I get the rain and the water all the way back up here to the water tower which services Tombstone? Well, the only way I got to do that is we got in touch with the British, and they came up with this idea of a gravity-fed water pipeline. Well, we decided we'd buy one off. It cost us over $500,000 in today's money. However, it certainly worked. Now we can have fresh water pumped up to Tombstone every day of the week. Our ice house will supply fresh ice to our higher end restaurants and saloons. We could get fresh oyster and fresh lobster shipped in every day from California. This was becoming a very, very high-end mining camp. Because of that, we had people coming here from different parts of the world. Now, we had a small Jewish community. They have a memorial right behind Wood Hill. We had a very large Chinese community, over 450 Chinese here. Now, they were very, very important to Tombstone. They would have... oh, I take it you're staying there. All right. They would have helped with the building of the railroad when it arrived in 1903. They'd have built a lot of the structures in town. Brought an amazing laundry service with them. The Chinese area of town has been right up ahead here, about a block and a half in front of us, on either side of the town. Back then it was called Pop Town. But to me, the most important area of Tombstone was right round the corner here. This was the Mexican area of town. There was about 300 Mexicans here, from that stop sign all the way down to the right hand side. Now you come here for great singing, great entertainment. Now, I can't sing and I can't dance, but I can eat Mexican food. That's the best place to get it in town, believe me. But as I turn the corner, folks, come on, there you go. There we are. As I turn the corner, folks, the second building on the left-hand side here, well, that was a barracks for the Buffalo soldiers, like a forward camp from Camp Machuca.
Yeah.
Wave to my my favourite watering hole. Always got to do that.
The brewer company.
But right ahead of us here, folks, more importantly, right up ahead here, we've got the courthouse. Now, the courthouse was built in 1882 at a cost of $45,000. Back then, there was a small jail in it, small sheriff's office. Today, it's a museum, the smallest state park in the Arizona Territory. However, if you look at the right-hand side of the trolley, there's one of these little black marker posts standing there, right beside the stop sign. Now, it's not about the beautiful little house here or about the little fence. It's actually about a little piece of wood sticking out of the ground. Very difficult to see. It stands about that high. And it used to be a telegraph pole. Yeah, not very interesting, is it? Well, the thing is, that telegraph pole is the most important telegraph pole, not just in Tombstone, but in the Arizona Territory. let me explain why. I'm going to stop up here at the courthouse.
Like I thought it was going to blow.
Tell you a little bit about what that telegraph pole is so important for. In 1883, we had our first hanging in Tombstone.
Man.
The memorial to it is right behind that red brick wall. That gallows there with the 5 ropes hanging from it.
Wow. You
Well, there were 5 men. That's better, I can hear myself now. There were 5 men, went all the way down to Bisbee and tried to rob a store. Well, they were not having a good day, were they? We caught them, we brought them back, and we threw them in jail. Sad thing is, before we caught them, they'd actually killed 4 people. One was a pregnant woman.
Wow.
Well, a couple of days later, we took 4 of those 5 men upstairs, right up there, to the courthouse. And we gave them a fair trial. Well, gave them a trial. We gave them a fair trial, we gave them a trial. Then we took 4 of the 5 of them right out the back there and introduced them to what I like to call the Tombstone swing set. Best chiropractor in town. Never back problem afterwards. It's a terrible joke, but I got a laugh out of it. Okay, I got a hey, that's the main thing. But hey, come on, straight your back out perfectly. But what happened to the 5th person? Well, that was a guy by the name of John Heath. Now, John Heath was the ringleader. He set the whole thing up, but he wasn't there taking part on the day of the robbery. He's still in there, pleading his innocence. Hey, I wasn't there. Nothing to do with me.
Dang.
Nice person, smiley face. Yeah. But, well, a mob of men didn't agree with him. They came all the way up from Bisbee, broke into the jail, overpowered the sheriff, which didn't take much. The sheriff went, whoa, take him, nothing to do with me. Right? Then they dragged him all the way down, a whole block down there, to that telegraph pole. He tied his hands behind his back. They put him on a buckboard and put a lariat around his neck. Oh, it's worse than that. There he hangs there. Oh, actually, no, he doesn't. See, they didn't hang him, didn't break his neck. They choked him to death.
Wow.
Took him 22 minutes to die.
Wow.
Yeah, he'd have been better going out that way.
Yeah.
Well, what I do find interesting, and most of us have the cameras these days. Hi there. Hi there. This little mob of irate men came all the way from Bisbee, 25 miles. Right? They brought a photographer with them. That's how I got the photograph.
Wow.
I mean, that to me alone, I don't know who the photograph is, nobody does. But I'd really like to thank him because it's a great photograph for my collection. But I got a warped sense of humour, come on. But that's what it's all about. So, this gunfight at the OK Corral,
Oh,
what was it all about? What actually happened that day?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question first, guys. I bet you can't get it right. Don't Google it. Don't Google it. How many Earp brothers were there in total?
4?
You're not including Wyatt in that, is that correct? So it's 4 plus Wyatt, is that correct?
I thought it was. Oh, so it's 5.
It's 4 plus Wyatt.
Plus
yes.
5. Okay. Okay.
Trying to make it. Look, I'm here. Look. Right. There was 5. God, it's like being back at school. Gee, God almighty, guys. I don't get paid enough for this. Anyway. Stop it. I can't do it if you laugh. Okay. There were 5. The oldest of the Earp brothers. I'm going to explain who he was. He was James Earp. He was a barkeep up in Vogan's Alley in Tombstone, still there to this day, right opposite the Crystal Palace. He was old enough to serve in the American Civil War, got himself injured, got a bullet in the leg. So he didn't get around too well, so that's where he became a barkeeper.
Okay.
Keep that in mind, because it is part of the story of the gunfight at the OK Corral. Nobody seems to realise he did try to take a part in it. Okay? So I'm going to set the scene, I'm going to take you around there and show you what happened on that eventful day. October the 26th in the year 1881. It was a cold, windy day. A bit of snow on the ground.
Uh-huh.
It was a Wednesday about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, the Earps, the cowboys, they'd been threatening each other for the best part of a year. Things were getting pretty heated. However, there was an ordinance came to town that stated quite simply, you could not carry a firearm. Now, this wasn't local to Tombstone. A lot of western towns had it. But remember, folks, this was a misdemeanor offence. All White, Virgil, Morgan, and Doc Holliday, well, they got themselves deputised and headed down to the OK Corral. That's the OK Corral on the right-hand side of my trolley. Now, back in the 1880s, the OK Corral would have run from here all the way to Fremont Street. Today it only runs as far back as the city park. Fremont Street is what we call the OK Corral gunfight. We call it the murder on Fremont Street because, well, the Ups went down and did what they did. They had no justification to do so. It was murder, and they were tried for it later on. It got off on a technicality, the technicality being they knew the judge. Well, there were 9 men involved. 3 were killed, 3 were injured, and 3 of them walked away. Well, actually, Ed Clanton ran away. He wanted nothing to do with it. So where did this gunfight take place? Right here, under this canopy, is where we do the reenactment. And that is where it took place. I told you James tried to take part. Well, he did. He tried to get down here when he heard about what was going on. But what with his leg injury, he missed it. He was too late for the gunfight. You see, this area here back then was an empty, vacant lot adjacent to the OK Corral. Now, when I turn the corner, folks, if you can imagine the Earps and Doc Holliday are standing roughly where the sidewalk is today. This wall doesn't exist. Neither does a signage above it here. This is the back entrance to an empty, vacant lot. The gunfight happened right here and lasted less than 30 seconds.
Wow.
And yes, it did happen. Right next to Fly's photography gallery. So where was the OK Corral? Oh, the back of the OK Corral would have been right about here, right next to City Hall, which is now our Marshal's office. The building coming up on the left-hand side here, well, that's Shefflin Hall. It's a little opera house built by Ed's brother Albert back in 1881. Seats about 575 people. Still used to for a lot of events. They come to Tombstone to this day. The top end of the historic area of Tombstone is right here on 6th Street. Back in the 1880s.
We on Fremont. Okay, so that makes
all along the left-hand side of my trolley here,
this
a
way
whole
I
block.
turned
Well, that was the red light district of Tombstone.
So this is we back.
There was about 200 women working here with what I can only say was well, a negotiable affection.
It was cool though.
It was.
Hotel Tombstone.
On the right-hand side there, well, we got the world-famous Birdcage Theatre. Open on Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve rather, 1881.
Birdcage Theatre.
Uh-huh.
There's a gambling den downstairs, still down there to this day.
Damn.
When it opened up, there was a poker game down there, lasted continuously for 8 years. All you had to do was come up with the $1,000 buy-in, and when a space became available, oh, you could sit yourself down and lose as much money as you wanted. The mine you go down to do the mine tour is what we call the good enough mine. The picture on the screen there shows the second entrance into that mine. Right hand side, that's it right there. The picture was taken from the air. That mine actually goes down to 350 feet with a nice gentle angle, nice gentle incline as I should say. And it's also 68 degrees down there all year long. 10% humidity. Beautiful and cool down there. Because we have a couple of air vents that allow fresh air to circulate all the way through the mine. I go on right up ahead here. There we go.
Oh, I see.
That goes right down to 500 feet.
Wow.
Allows fresh air to circulate down. There's another one further over. There's another one behind us further down the hill. That's how we got fresh air into the mine.
Wow.
The problem is, up until the 1900s, well, we could only go down just past 500 feet. After that, we'd hit water. And we didn't have the ability then to pump out the water. By the 1900s, well, we'd managed to get these large pumps brought in. To give you an idea of how large it is, there's a young lady standing by the wheel of the pump there in a white dress. They were so powerful, we could pump out over 3.5 million gallons of water every day. However, that water was no good to us because, well, it was lined with arsenic, a byproduct of silver mining. Once you get your mine situated and you start digging up some silver ore, well, all you're going to do then is take it down to an assay office. The assay office is where the chemist would be. And with the help of some scales and some chemicals, they could figure out how much that silver was worth. Anything between $40 for a ton of silver or $2,000 for a ton of silver. Now, to put that in some sort of perspective, a miner back then got $4 a day, which was a very good money. The equivalent of about £100 a day. A soldier fighting the Apache, well, they would get $15 a month.
Damn. That's crazy.
Next thing you're going to do is get your silver ore all the way down to the San Pedro River. Little place by the name of Charleston. The San Pedro River is about 8 miles that way. Okay. Down there, little place by the name of Charleston, little village down there. The San Pedro River back then, it was a thriving river. We had barges on it. We could bring as many supplies up as close to Tombstone as we could get them. Go down to the San Pedro River today, what are you going to see? A dry riverbed. Oh, there was water in it. See, by the 1900s, we had an earthquake up here. It was felt as far up as Tombstone. Put the San Pedro River underground. There's still water in it, but it's all underground. You can tell that by the beautiful trees along the side of it. It also changed the direction of the river. It now runs south-north. But the earthquake was actually felt up here. Well, not by the miners. They didn't know anything about it. It wasn't until they came up top they went, hey, we missed the party. What happened? It was so secure down that mine and what with the noise, the drilling and all the rest of it, they didn't know what had happened.
Wow.
But back in the 1880s, that was an amazing river. So all I got to do is get myself
Oh, that was a river.
that silver ore all the way down there. Now, here's my problem. They tell me a miner could walk that 8 miles in about 3 hours. It sounds about right to me. I got to get down there with wagons of silver ore. Now the picture on the screen there now, folks, shows you from the front of my trolley going all the way forward. If you take away the 3 houses there with the brown roofs, look right behind, there is the entrance to the mine, the entrance we use today. In this photograph, that is that building there on the stilts. Okay, makes sense so far? Alrighty. If you look to the other side of that photograph, you'll see there are 2 empty wagons and 16 horses and mules, of bears are pulling them along. Now they're roughly where that white trailer is today. It's empty, they're heading to the Good Enough mine to grab themselves some silver ore and take it down to Charleston. Well, I'd load those 2 wagons up with about 50 tons of silver ore between the 2 of them and head all the way down there. But have a close look at that photograph, a real close look. Where are the seats on those wagons? Yeah, there ain't any, are there? Yeah, I'm walking. I ain't riding, I'm walking. Myself and about 6 colleagues, we would walk that all the way down to the San Pedro River. It's going to take me between 10 and 11 hours to get down there. So, anybody want to volunteer for a walk in the sunshine in 10 or 11 hours? Oh, come on, folks. Get in Tombstone, get in the swing of it. Come on. Yeah, that's what we did. I got all the way down there. I'd unload the silver ore, change out the team, probably a few breaks in the wagon. Then I'd load up with as many supplies as I could to bring them back up to Tombstone. Not just for the mining area, but for the shops and stores and anybody else who requires stuff brought in. There was nothing here. Oh, a couple of ranches, but that was kind of it. It's still the same today. I live in Tombstone. We got a Circle K and a Family Dollar. I don't want anything else. I got to go the 20 miles down to Sierra Vista. And in my car, it still takes 10.5 hours. Trust me, 10.5 hours. But I finished my tour up here for a couple of reasons, folks. Basically because it shows you what Tombstone looks like today. But if you could use a real imagination and imagine this place with nothing in it. Ed Shefflin was 3 miles up the road there, digging a hole in the ground trying to get some silver out. Okay, the Apache had moved on by then. But everything else out here wants to cause you a problem. We've got 18 different types of rattlesnake. Yeah, apparently they all taste the same though. But we got scorpions, we got javelina. Everything out here wants to kill you, bite you, or whatever. Even the bushes and the plants. Right? This guy was a pretty courageous person. He really was. But the reason the Apache actually left is on the screen right now. That red box is around what's supposed to look like a sheep's head. The sheep's head and the rock is right over there. It's hard to see because it's kind of in shadow just now. But that's the sheep's head over there. Now, under that is where Cochise is actually buried. You see it, guys? It's kind of in the shadow.
Yeah.
Yep, it's not looking too good. But it is right across there.
Yeah, the big one.
That's where Cochise is buried, and it's bad medicine to stay on the land where your chief has been buried. So that's why the Apache moved on to Mexico and New Mexico. But I do have one more photograph to show you guys. I'll leave it to the end of the tour because it's my favourite photograph. But as we go down the road, if you take a look on the right-hand side of the trolley as I get about 100 yards down, we've got the Gilbert's Linear Garden. Make of it what you will. It just shows a certain artistic talent and brilliant imagination. But folks, let's try and get you back down the road in one piece. Here we go. Alrighty then. Yes, the Gilbert's Linear Garden. There we go. It's different, folks, isn't it? It sure is different. Right in front of me now gives you a better look at the entrance to the mine. I say in that picture I showed you, that's where that building on the stilts was. On the left-hand side of the trolley coming up here, there's a wooden frame with an ore bucket attached. And actually, it's not over a mine, it's actually over an air shaft. That's the ore bucket I use to send my food down to my guests during our mine dinner. You give your meal, a mine tour, and a fair 110 feet down in the Tough Nut Mine. It's the only one in the world. But I did say I had one photograph that I like to keep to the end.
I sent him.
Well, that's it right there.
He probably.
That's what we call the $1 million stoop. Now, a stoop is merely a cavern we've taken all the ore and the rock out of. This one's about half a football field long. Now, if you were standing with your back to the mine back in the 1880s, on the left-hand side there was an ice house. Well, a wagon was coming out of the ice house one day, pulled across the front of the mine and dropped straight down into it. Oh, the horse and driver, believe it or not, weren't really badly injured.
Just the back of the. Okay.
But that little hole is still here to this day. From the front of my bus, you'll see there's a lamppost there. Now, from that lamppost, all the way about 6-7 feet to the back of my lorry, back of my truck, and about halfway across the road there. So that is the $1 million stoop. Yeah, you're right over it right now, folks. Oh, wow. There is about 3 feet between us and the top of the mine. So I do ask my guests when you get out the trolley, don't jump up and down too hard, guys. It's so little, okay? Yeah. Folks, I hope you enjoyed the tour. Always a bit of fun, explained a little bit of what Tombstone was really like. And if you liked it, well, leave a TripAdvisor thing on for us, or if you didn't like it, my name's George, not Gordon, okay? Folks, have a great time. Stay hydrated, guys, please do, okay? If you need another water before you leave the trolley, please help yourself.
Thank you.
Again, thanks very much for doing it. Thank you.
Appreciate it. That was fun.
Yeah.
Anytime, folks. Much appreciated.
It wasn't too hot.
No, it won't.
Oh, I think so. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, you got it, sir. Thank you.
Women. I said women. Well, we been off the bus. I'm trying to, but y'all had fun. I was trying to at least walk up to the,
Walk that way?
yeah,
Okay.
get some content about the actual OK Corral. Because I think it's right here. I think. What you want to do? Because this is the way we came back. He said, oh, maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I think it's to the left, up and to the left.
Down further.
Yeah. We could drive up there.
Okay. But you want to
I can't even see.
where you can see the street where the carriage and stuff was? Like
Yeah,
right
because a
there?
lot of stuff I couldn't really get a good shot because of the way the windows were. And I didn't want to stick my shit out the window. Might be done snatch my shit. So how you like it? How you like it?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I'm glad we can. It was dope. Definitely a step back in.
I wanted to get some content here. We're gonna have to come back. I wanted the whole get up, the fucking boots with the spurs,
Yeah.
motherfucker, the hat,
I'm just like a cowgirl when I come back.
the trench coat, and all that shit. Motherfucker, clink, clink, clink.
You know we gotta do that. Hold on. Yes, sir. Get my camera right.
Hold on, ain't that's the guy that other one, wasn't it? The one I was talking to? That is him. Ain't it? They was telling us about the mines and stuff. Them Clydesdales. Smell them? Yeah. Yeah, I want to at least go on some of these like shops and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been getting no I just been recording on the live. Ain't nobody even on. I'm about to end this shit. Ain't nobody even on here.
Let's take some pictures. You can smell it.
Come on, that dust.